Have you ever been in possession of an object that means so much to you? Have you ever held something dear, close to your heart in your life that you just can never let go? It's followed you, throughout wherever you need to go. Well, I have, and mine would be this plaque. This plaque says, "I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength," and on there is engraving with all the words in the Bible verse and a Tim Tebow on his knee. And the funny thing about that is I'm a huge Gators fan. But anyway, so the story goes back in junior high. I was never really the brightest kid or like the sharpest tool in the shed, so to speak. I was never really the well behaved kind of kid. So I always looked for a sort of parental figure throughout school, and I believe it was my towards the end of the year I found what to me was a mother figure, so to speak, and she's watched me growing up, and she's been to all she's been there through me, with me through all of my good times and bad times, and her name is Heather O'Shields, and I got it like I got this plaque about 2 maybe 3 years ago, when I think it was when I first started high school, and um, and she gave me this plaque because when I was in seventh grade, like I said, I was never really the most well behaved kid. Well, every time that I was in her class, and she would not only teach me how to do math, she would also teach me how to live life and how to act right and how to straighten up and be respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And so did my football coaches and all that. But I remember she came to me with this right before I started college, and because I was real nervous about starting college, and she gave me this plaque, and she told me that as long as I read this verse to myself whenever I'm having issues or when I'm having problems, that everything will be okay. I was I was in my sophomore and junior year of high school, and I was playing football for Cabot, and something just wasn't clicking with me. I didn't feel like I wanted to play anymore. I didn't feel like I had the strength or the opportunity, so to speak. And I remember when I was having these problems, I was talking to her about these problems, Miss O'Shields, and she was talking me through all this, hardships that I have. And anyways, so she shows up to my house and gives me this plaque, and I can just remember laying down that night, looking at it, and waking up the next morning, loving football and loving everything about it. I don't know what it was or what it could do, but anyway, so my senior year, I graduated from Cabot, and I got recruited to play football at Lyon College just this last semester, and I just after that semester, I just figured football wasn't really for me, and so I moved back in, and I got my transfer application over here to BB, and all good and everything. But I can just remember having the same problems about BB. But I looked at this plaque, and I was sitting there thinking, this helped me with football. Can it help me with school? And just because there's an engraving of Tim Tebow on a knee and he's holding the football, that does not mean that this Bible verse cannot pertain to you. Um, I mean, I can do everything. It says, through Christ who gives me strength, and I take that and I apply it to my everyday life, and I know for a fact that this will be wherever I end up. This will be right here beside me, no matter what happens. And I just cannot thank her enough for helping me through this. So.